So, for some strange reason, Republicans cannot seem to get away from proposing quack cures and treatments and preventions for COVID that are actually nothing of the sort. And our latest participant is Republican Senator Ron Johnson. This is a sitting senator. This is someone in the US Senate, the greatest, what do they call it? The greatest deliberative body in the United States, in the world. Who knows? He is saying gargle with mouthwash, and even mouthwash companies are saying gargle with mouthwash if you want, but it doesn't do anything as far as COVID is concerned. And this took place during a recent teletown hall that he did on Wednesday. And he said it's been proven that mouthwash can kill the coronavirus. And as usual, the devil is sort of in the details. They often start with a grain of a kernel of a seed of something that has some connection to reality. They expand it. And of course, in the background is the idea that they say, and because these things exist, you don't really need to go and get vaccinated. So let's take a look at the clip, listen to it, then we'll talk about it.
But there are things you can do, again, vitamin D, zinc, keep yourself healthy. Vitamin C, by the way, standard gargle, mouthwash has been proven to kill the coronavirus. Even if you get it, if you may reduce viral replication. There's all why not try all these things? It just boggles my mind that the NIH continues to tell people do nothing. Maybe take Tylenol.
So notice, by the way, that not only does Ron Johnson mention mouthwash there, he mentions vitamin D, he mentions zinc, and he mentions vitamin C. So we're gonna look at each of these one by one. They start with like a grain of truth, a kernel of truth, and so what that could be here is that if you take a petri dish and you put in viral droplets of coronavirus, and you pour mouthwash on them, often mouthwash with high alcohol content, does it, quote, kill the virus? It almost certainly happens. And that can happen when you pour a whole bunch of different things in a petri dish onto viral droplets. The problem is that when you have the virus, it's in your breathing system. It's in the nasal area, it's in the lungs, etc. So in some very literal sense, mouthwash kills the virus when you gargle. Okay, and this goes back to Lysol does too, and inject bleach and all this stuff. Just because on some fundamental level, with direct exposure, it kills the virus, you're not preventing infection from the virus if it's in your body. You gargle, you maybe kill whatever is in your mouth, maybe, and then you breathe, and then there's more, and it's in your nasal cavity, et cetera, et cetera. And Listerine actually put out a statement saying Listerine does not prevent COVID. Listerine does not treat COVID. Do not use it thinking that it would do anything at all, period. Then Ron Johnson mentions the vitamin D and the zinc and the vitamin C. So let's talk about those because those have also been studied. And again, there's nothing here. We have something that works, and it's the vaccine. And against earlier variants, it was very good at preventing infection and hospitalization and death. Against the newer Omicron variant, if you only have 2 doses, it's less good at preventing infection. 3 seems to be better. Still very good at preventing serious illness and death. Big picture, statistically, is what we know right now. So let's go through his list. You've got vitamin D. Vitamin D is something that has been looked at extensively from the beginning. It's an important thing to look at. There is an association between higher vitamin D and, generally speaking, less serious or less COVID. In general, having a good vitamin D level, which now is considered to be above 30, I forget what it is, micrograms per picoliter, or whatever the measurement is, over 30. And that's just generally good for fighting things off. It's not clear there's anything specific to COVID about vitamin D. It's not clear that taking a vitamin D supplement helps prevent COVID. And in fact, when they look at people hospitalized with COVID and check vitamin D levels and they say on average they're lower, it's not even clear whether that's causation, correlation, or reverse causation, meaning are you in the hospital because you had a lower vitamin D level, or did having a serious case of COVID lower the vitamin D level? That's another question that is being asked. So generally speaking, is it good to have an above 30 vitamin D level? Yes. Is it good specifically because of COVID? No, it's just a general thing. Zinc. Zinc and vitamin D have been studied. Vitamin C. There are a ton of trials on this. And one very good one did 4 groups. You had a group that received only the standard of care at the time for COVID. Remember, you don't compare it to nothing. You compare any intervention to what is the standard at this point in time. You had group 1 with the standard of care. Group 2 got zinc. Group 3 got vitamin C. And group 4 got zinc and vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid. No difference. No difference. And there was with 214 patients with confirmed COVID receiving outpatient care, no difference in how long the symptoms last or the likelihood of ending up hospitalized. That's one study, and there's many others. So all of this goes to what? It goes to he's recommending all sorts of different things, including things that are within the medical realm but have been studied and don't seem to actually change outcomes. Things like gargling with mouthwash, which is close to the inject bleach. I mean, it's the same concept, right? It's the mouthwash kills it. When we know we have something that works and is FDA approved fully, that's the Pfizer vaccine. We have via emergency use authorization the monoclonal antibodies, which are better than placebo, but it's still no panacea, as we learned. But that's not what he's talking about. Instead, he's talking about all of these other things. It's not only ignorant, it's also dangerous because a lot of people hear it and they go, look at all these treatments we have. If you look at them one by one, you see these really aren't actually treatments for COVID.
If you're having trouble thinking of what to give someone as a holiday gift, check out our sponsor, Shaker and Spoon, the monthly cocktail subscription box delivering the ingredients and recipes for craft cocktails right to your door. They send you everything you need to make the cocktails except for the alcohol. You provide that. It comes with a really nice recipe card, easy to follow. My most recent Shaker and Spoon cocktail creation was called the Capri Crush. It's a Campari and gin drink with spiced orange grapefruit cordial and Dash Fire orange bitters. Delicious. Mine turned out great. I know nothing about mixing drinks. Neither do most of my friends. But with my Shaker and Spoon cocktails, I ended up looking like I knew something about it, which is good. It's very good for my cred. You don't have to go to a crowded bar to enjoy an excellent cocktail. Shaker and Spoon lets you do it all at home. Great for date nights. Makes a perfect gift, and you'll get $20 off when you use the promo code Pacman at checkout. Go to shakerandspoon.com/Pacman, and the link is down below.